we shall pursue. Pursue? Pursue? We shall pursue? Is that the word? We shall pursue. We shall, what's the word? We shall continue. So anyway, I'm back to the black backdrop because I like it. And if I'm sweating, schwitzing, because I got the windows open, I got the air conditioner off, and here we are. Life in times of real life, in times of John TENUTO. Burnout. How I deal with burnout and how I will recommend you to deal with burnout. It's just, you just want to explode. I spent 4 hours yesterday with Adobe Premiere online to try to get it to load. And I just said, I'm done. I canceled my account, which now I regret because now I don't have anything to edit with. But I'll probably go back and whatever. We'll figure something out. But anyway, we're going to talk about burnout. How I recommend you to handle burnout and how I'm going to handle it starting tomorrow is this. Compartmentalize everything you're doing. Like if you're going to edit, quit slouching, John. If you're going to edit, have a slice of time for editing. Do as much as you can on that edit, on that project, and put it aside. If you're going to do a video, do the video, get it done, put it aside. Got to bring the kids to work. Kids to work. Yeah, bring them to work so you pay bills. Got to bring the kids to school. You got all this stuff we got to do. We got to deal with the kids. We got to deal with a spouse. We got to deal with a girlfriend, a boyfriend, our job, money, debt, credit cards, collectors, the mortgage, the rent. It's just too much. And we get burnt out. And our brain just goes, and we fry our brains. But the question is, how do you continue even though you're burning out or you're about ready to burn out? How do you continue? You get laser focused on what is important over here, the left side, on the right side. You get laser focused on what's important, what you've got to get done. And you schedule time for those projects, those demands. You get them done and you move on. What happened to me yesterday is I got caught up with, I've got to get my editing done. I got to get Adobe working out on my computer. Then I'm stressing out, I'm losing my mind because if I don't have that, I can't edit. Okay, I can edit. I get other editing software I can use, but it's not as good as that one. It's one of my favorites. But I couldn't get it resolved. So am I going to let that stop me from doing a video today? It almost did. I almost said, screw it. I'm going to go mow the lawn. I'm going to go out and mow. I've got a call coming in. Who's this? Something magic. As you know, I use my phone for my videoing. So I get a little prompt that comes on the screen that says, oh, you got a call. So compartmentalize your day and say, this is priority. This video has got to get done. Get that done. And do that section of work and put it aside. Take the next section and put it aside. The reason we have burnout, the reason we do burnout, and the reason I burn out, and I teach this and talk about this, but I don't practice my own medicine. I don't practice my own medicine. And a lot of us don't do that because I didn't do what I'm telling you to do, but I'm doing it now. I'm making a video. I'm going to make a video today. I'm going to make it push start. Get a damn video made. If it's hot, it's hot. don't care. Because reality is this. You, the viewer or the listener, or my followers, or my fans, people that really care about me and care about my message, what I'm saying, they want to see me just who I am. They're not worried about perfect background, perfect setting, perfect video, perfect editing. And basically all I do is in my editing is I make sure it all fits, okay? So everything works together. And when I send it out to you guys, there's not this long pause where I stopped the video, went to get something to drink, and came back. So I need to do some editing. But I just kind of leave it raw. I just leave it the way it is. And and I don't have the best lighting. If I do this, you see the lighting changes. Because I don't have the best lighting. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. What matters is me giving you a true message. Okay? The message is about burnout. So how to handle burnout. 1, have some rum. There goes the glare on the screen again. I don't care. I'm do this way. If having rum helps, fine. Or having a glass of wine, fine. But let's get to the answer to the question. Burnout. You are completely burnt out. You are frazzled. You are about ready to lose it. Okay. Stop what you're doing. Walk away from what you're doing. Walk away from the project you're working on. Walk away from the responsibility that you have for the moment. Give your brain and yourself time to vent. Okay? You don't want to explode like I do. I'll bang my hand on the desk and goes, question mark, exclamation point, and lose my mind and start cussing and screaming like a maniac. And my poor bunny over there, Leo's going, Dad, what's wrong? Because he doesn't understand that I'm burnt out and frustrated. When you get to that point, stop. Literally stop what you're doing. Take a break. And logically put together from A to B how important what you're doing is. Okay? If it does not have a priority, put it aside. If it can't get fixed that moment, at that time, in that day, if it's not that important to get fixed at that time, that day, let it go. Because I've noticed and I've learned some things that I have never been able to correct at the moment. I let them go. I come back a few hours later and I have a different perspective. Your brain will have a different perspective, or healthier or open perspective on the problem. Because I've come back in certain situations and I've looked at the problem that was driving me nuts and making me have my burnout. I'm going, oh, you idiot. You didn't do that. You idiot. You didn't do that the way you're supposed to do it. Because what happens when we get into burnout mode, our brain does this. Kind of implodes and shuts down and says, I'm done. I'm done. I'm just going to work on basic body functions like I'm hungry, I'm walking, I'm talking, I'm sleeping. I'm not going to think I'm tired. The brain says it's tired. In order to rest the brain from burnout, is you need to put yourself in a completely different environment. I've talked about this before. Put yourself in an absolutely, completely different environment than what you are in. And a lot of times when you go back, the problem gets resolved just by itself. There's the answer. One of the best places to release the burnout is nature. Take a walk, take a bike ride, take a jog, take a swim. Anything you can do physically, not mentally, because burnout is from mental stress, mental overload. Like right now, it's bothering me that I'm sweating while I'm doing this video. But I cannot correct the problem. I don't have air conditioning in my studio. I can't use my studio because it's 5,000 degrees, unless we're talking about cooking or curing meat. Then I could pivot, and do that as a video. But I can't. My video channel is about motivation. It's about my book, the Book of Common Core. It's about my philosophy. So if it's hot, it's hot. So I moved into my other office where I have the windows open, the fan on, so I get some air, so I can continue doing videos. It's very frustrating. Soon, before I blow up, it will cool down a little bit in Florida, and I'll be able to get back to normal video production in my house. That said, that's where my burnout's coming from, because I was reaching a certain level of quality, mosquitoes as well, reach a certain level of quality with my videos that I really liked, and all of a sudden the brakes went on. Overload, stress, burnout. Oh God, I can't do what I used to do. I was doing really well. YouTube is not easy. It is not easy. It's not for the light of heart to do this or to try to create videos and do videos. And people that do videos every day are amazing, because it's a hell of a lot of work. Back to burnout. Have some more rum. And I am going to upload this video. Bad lighting, sweating, I don't give a shit, because I'm talking about burnout. I do not want to burn out or have to say, I'm not going to do YouTube for the next 3 months, where you get to the point where you have like a nervous breakdown. So I've accepted the fact that I can't change things at this moment. I can't fix things at this moment. You can get in the same situation where you can't change things or fix things at the present time. But here's the golden lining to this video. All things are fixable, not replaceable, okay? So, yes, I will fix my editing. I will get it corrected. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to go out and mow the lawn and relax and forget about videos for a while. But for you, my listeners, I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. We're going to keep pushing forward. So if you feel like you're burning out, you're overwhelmed, your head's going to explode, you just can't handle the wife, handle the kids, handle the load, school, back, forth, job, money, debt. Just stop and do the best you can with what you got. Stop, push, stop, and do the best with what you have. Accept the best with what you have, and continue on. If you want to take a break, take a break. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your dream. Don't give up on your desires. Don't give up on your things you love. Don't give up on anything that you want in your life because of burnout. Just give yourself a pause. Push the pause button and let your brain relax. I talk about this in my book. Just let your brain breathe. Let it, just let it breathe. Walk in the park. Take a bike ride. Do a common point immersion. Okay? I don't know what it is. I'm always burping when I do videos. Excuse me. Take the time and just do an immersion. Okay? Go somewhere where there's nature and just let all that stress go away. Stress is going away. The sweat's not. The stress is going away. Okay? You got this. You got this. I am going to go mow the lawn. You are going to go mow my lawn. No. I'm going to go mow my lawn because that is a stress reliever. No. Here's another tip. Know your stress, what your stress buttons are. Know what your stress release buttons are. What are your stress buttons? Are they your kids, your husband, your job, lack of money? I was stressing about money the last couple of days. All of a sudden, in my bank account, there's money. I feel much better now because I can pay my bills. And I know this. I teach this. It's in my book. I know this. So in my mind, I know that when that happens, I'll have less stress. So how do you deal with it when it doesn't happen? You have to accept the fact, have faith, and believe that it will happen. That money will come. That good job will come. That the problem will be resolved. That the situation will rectify itself. That everything that's giving you stress will fix itself. Because we only have stress on us because we put it on ourselves. I do that. I wrote a book about it. But I'm human, okay? My book. I have a whole chapter on this in my book. Do I practice what I preach and what I wrote? I'm human. I try my best. I'm human. I'll crack the chapter open and go, okay, fine. You need to practice what you wrote, what you believe in your own philosophy, okay? Here's the deal. Find out the buttons, the things that make you stress, and look at it and say, so, like I said, if it's going into the park, if it's taking a swim, if it's taking a run, if it's soaking in the bathtub, whatever it is, okay? Discover those emotional buttons. Discover those emotional buttons and focus on those, okay? You can do this. You got this. You guys are amazing.